don't crash into a tree while you're posing for the camera, too. I love the Kalahari. It is so beautiful, yeah. Wow, 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 wow. Good morning, guys. Interesting night last night. I checked the trail cam this morning and it turns out that there was absolutely nothing in camp the whole night, which is a bit strange. Again, the animal densities in this park are much lower than they used to be as I remember it. I know there was a big fire, but that doesn't explain it fully. Also, the fact that the animals are running away from cars, that's a big red flag to me. But yeah, it's still absolutely spectacular, so I don't want to get too caught up on the fact that I'm not seeing that much game. I still really want to try and enjoy it for what it is. It's an incredible terrain. So this morning I'm going to pack up camp and explore this Mabua section. I'm going to head up to the Mabua area, the Mabua waterhole. I want to try and figure out exactly where there is water, where the water is getting pumped. I did find the one waterhole yesterday. And then I'm going to just spend some time at those camps. Hopefully those camps will have more animals than where the water isn't getting pumped. The water does not seem to be getting pumped down here in the south. There's almost nothing here. I did see those gemsbok last night on my way back into camp. But again, they ran 200 meters from the car before they stopped and looked around. Which is unusual, you know, startling an antelope or startling a herd every now and again and they run off and then stop and look at you. That happens, but not every single time you see them. But yeah, so gonna have some breakfast quickly and then head out and yeah, just go and explore this part of the park a little bit more. Just be filming the scenery there, but then I saw a black-bellied bustard doing its mating display. They fly up in the air and then they act like they're dead and they just drop and then start flying again right at the end. I'm not sure if I caught it on the GoPro. The GoPro's got a very wide lens, but I'll see. I might be able to zoom into it. But I've been struggling to get a shot of these black-bellied bastards. Sorry, they used to be called black-bellied korhans. That's why I'm struggling with the name. But I've been struggling to get a good shot of them, even though there's thousands of them here. And this one seems pretty close. And we're in a burnt out section of veld, so I'm going to try again quickly. Wish me luck. So I had a quiet but good morning drive. I've worked my way up on Mabuasehube, which is basically the western route up into the more northern part of the Mabua area. Beautiful drive, but yeah, not a huge amount of animals. I did quite a lot of birding, just take it slow, just trying to enjoy the scenery. It's really stunning. Bit of strange weather we're having today. It's still hot, but it's overcast and windy. A little bit odd, but it is starting to get really warm again. This is one of the kidding campsites. It's really nice. It's got a beautiful view over the pans. I'll show you guys now. But it looks like it has plumbing, which is really cool. So there's a shower head and a dishwashing station that both look like they're plumbed, which is awesome. Small luxuries. I'm gonna make a tuna mayo Pro Vita snack, and then just explore a little bit more. Keep on going a little bit further. This area doesn't seem to have been affected by the fire at all, so there seems to be more game here. It's really beautiful though. So having a good morning. I'm just gonna make some more snacks because I never stop eating. Cheers. There's a wild animal between me and the car. Not one we need to panic about though. However, I suspect one that has been getting fed by humans, which are naughty. Why are you so tame? Why are you so tame? It is a red-billed spurfowl, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not gonna lie, that did give me a fright when I saw the movement out of the corner of my eye. It's definitely busier up here. I've now seen a whopping 2 cars. The terrain's changed quite a lot as well. This area looks like it hasn't been affected by the fire, which is great news. Hopefully the animal populations are all intact. And there's like quite large thorn trees here. I won't say they're not thorns, but I might be wrong. I can guarantee you that they used to be called acacias. Which one and what they're called now, I'm not too sure. But yeah, this is beautiful. It's like beautiful grasslands with trees, and it's not just that shrub belt that was driving me a bit crazy. And lots of red sand, beautiful Kalahari red sand. So yeah, it's really stunning out here. Excited to see what the pans look like as well. You gotta love when a road sign has 3 choices, but there's only 2 directions. This is the second one of these little lizards that I've seen doing this. He's got a blue chin and neck over here. It's quite amazing. I just love that they just sit there while I'm filming them. I get right up close. He just sits there, occasionally moves his head, just to be like, "What do you want, human?" Maybe he's hunting. Maybe he's like maybe he like catches things out of the air, kind of like a chameleon. I don't know. It looks pretty comical either way. I'm about halfway to Mabua, I think. Just looking at the sky, it's starting to look pretty ominous. We might be in for another Kalahari storm tonight. So that's also going to be a factor in my decision making. That kidding camp, it was facing in the right direction. So if I park Jabari at the back of the A-frame, the tent will open with the hard shell side pointing towards the storm, which is probably the best way to do it. So let's we'll see what it looks like. I'll still see what it looks like at Mabua side, but that is another factor in favor of staying at Kidding. It's a weird old building over there. It's very strange. I don't know what that is or was. Don't crash into a tree while you're posing for the camera, Tim. I love the Kalahari. It is so beautiful, yeah. Wow, 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 wow. As another big storm rolls in on the left there. Wow, this is an unbelievably beautiful spot. So this is Mabuasehube campsite number 1, I believe, and it overlooks this pan. And you can see why this whole area is named after this pan. It puts all the other pans to shame. This is an incredible spot, but that storm is rolling in and being elevated up here above the pan level, and there's no cover, so I don't think it's a good idea for tonight. But if if there's nobody here and I have a little bit of better weather, I'm going to come back here and camp here for sure. It's so beautiful. I've said before how a single sighting can change the entire dynamic of a trip. So I found the Mabua pan and I was just blown away by how beautiful it is. And I thought, I have to camp here. Unless there's at least 4 sites here, and unless all 4 are taken, I'm going to camp here because it's just so beautiful. And I see I think they might be Australian, I'm not sure, but there's some foreigners at one of the campsites. So I stop in and just say, hi, how's it going? Wanting to ask if they'd seen anything, find out if they have any neighbors. And he said to me, yeah, you can camp next to us, no problem. But just be careful because 100 meters down the road, there's 2 lions. So there's a beautiful, massive black-maned Kalahari lion. Exactly what I've been wanting, like the whole reason for the trip. I didn't even want to say that because I didn't want to jinx myself, but literally the reason for the trip was to come and find one of these guys. And he's here with one of the females and they're breeding, so they should be here a while. Looks like there's a storm rolling in, but I'm not going anywhere. I make some amazing shots lying in the rain, so I'm not leaving them. They're busy sleeping right now. They breed like this for, I think it's 2 to 3 days. And it's about a 25-minute cycle, I think. So they breed and then they sleep, and then they breed and then they sleep. And when they breed, as the male pulls out afterwards, the female normally turns around and swats him, because apparently he's got barbs on his penis. I'm not sure if that's true though, but almost always, as the male finishes, the female turns around and tries to have a whack at him. So it makes for amazing shots. So, old thumbs, but I found lion. It's the first member of the Big Five that I've seen here. You forget how spoiled you are in places like Kruger, where you see 5 of the Big Five on one road. But yeah, Kalahari, king lion. So chuffed, so chuffed. It's worth the 2,000 kilometers I've driven so far. And as I drove around the corner, I just saw him. I'm still talking to you guys because they're fast asleep. As I drove around the corner, I just saw these eyes. Incredible. Also comforting to know that I'm going to be camping next door to some other people if these guys are just down the road, because they actually deplete themselves while they're breeding like this, and by the time that they're finished, they both will be starving and they'll both go hunting immediately. So having them so close to the camp, I'm gonna do my best to just stay on them as much as I can. You never know though, they could, if they walk in a direction where there's no road, they could lose me within 200 meters. But I'm doing my best to stay with them and track them and try and get as much as possible. But yeah, wow. Can't believe it. Cannot believe it. Really can't believe it. Oh, they are jaw-droppingly beautiful as well. So I waited about 20 minutes and she just ran in the wrong direction, like for me, like also not in the direction you'd expect it to run, and they ended up breeding behind Jabari. So I got no shots, so now I have to wait another 25 minutes at least for them to do it again. I'm worried it might rain before then, but not the worst problems to have. But literally, they were in front of me in that direction, and she ran like this and around behind, so like just no angle for me, other than like if I reversed in between them. But I'll wait. Maybe I got excited a little bit too soon. There's no use seeing a lion and having no photos of them, no photos or videos. And there's a thunderstorm coming. It's like literally there. It's mad. I can actually see the top of the A-frame that I'm going to be staying under tonight over there as well. So we're within 100 meters of camp. Lions are sitting at 18 minutes since they last bred. The storm is probably 15 minutes away. It's a timer, guys. I'll stay with them as long as there's enough light, because shots of lion in the rain are also really cool. So she just rolled over, which is normally the first sign that she's almost ready to go again. There you go. Not the best shot of them mating, but got some beautiful shots of the male at least, which is awesome. So something to show you guys. Yeah, progressively moving further away from the road, which really sucks. But that storm is getting very close, as I'm sure you can tell from the footage of the male. Big storm rolling in. Seems to have yet another massive Kalahari storm blowing in. Take us some shelter with Jabari as best as possible. And I'm just going to sit in the car this time. I'm not setting up the tents, not with that coming. Look at that thing. It's a monster. I certainly managed to unintentionally pick storm season in the Kalahari, which is ridiculous. It's not something you normally consider. And those lines are probably 70 meters in that direction, which is just insane. The storm might be missing us, but the lions definitely aren't. They literally went around Jabari now to walk down the road that goes straight to our camp. So they're now within 60 meters of our camp, which is mad. I'm glad we know that they're here and heading in that direction. It would be much worse if we were sitting in camp and they just randomly showed up. But I say we, there's some Alaskans staying next to me that I'm definitely going to have a beer with tonight. But how mad is this? Beautiful big boy. Quite a young female, I think. So beautiful though. Wow. This is insane. You'd swear they won't leave Jabari alone. It's ridiculous. Look at this. You can't even see him, he's so close. He just walked again and lay right down next to me. Scenic. But incredible. what an incredible lion sighting. Wow. So not what I was expecting. So I saw this incredible pan and I decided I had to camp here. And so I pulled into camp and there's some Alaskans staying here. Alaskans. One of my favorite things about overlanding is the random people that you meet. And they said to me, yeah, no problem. You can camp next door. Just, be careful of the lions. I'm like, what lions are you talking about? I'm like, no, there's a pair of lions right there. I was like, no way. So I went out and looked. There's a breeding pair of lions 100 meters from camp. And she walks off and she was just walking straight towards camp. So she just kept on coming straight to camp. Eventually I was like trying to like marshal them a little bit with Jabari without interfering too much. It was just incredible. And then we were standing in camp and they were like on the edge of camp, just watching them and keeping an eye on them. They're so distracted that they're probably not at their most dangerous, but wow, it's amazing. It was within 50 meters of lion on foot, right next to the car, literally next to the car, ready to jump in the door, but still just an incredible sighting. It's amazing how it's amazing how I feel like my trip has been made. It's ridiculous, one sighting, but it was such an incredible, beautiful, amazing sighting. And because I've had such an incredible experience with the terrain, like with the beautiful landscape here and with the spiritual journey, if you will, I just needed that one big animal sighting to really just pull it all together, and this did. Just amazing. No. I'm like almost more relaxed now for the rest of the trip. There's not this pressure on me to deliver a huge animal sighting to you guys, which is really awesome. So super chuffed. Yeah, epic day in the Kalahari. This is why we do it. I'm gonna get some sleep. I'm exhausted, but I'll chat to you guys later.